Hey, what's up, guys? We're doing a Spider-Man Homecoming base stream, but in the meanwhile, while we wait for people to get in, I'm gonna be playing a little bit of Ultimate Spider-Man and see how you guys like that. Because this is probably one of my favorite games ever of all time, and talking about Spider-Man while playing Ultimate Spider-Man is gonna be an experience. So you guys can just talk about whatever you guys want to talk about with Ultimate Spider-Man. Spider-Man Homecoming, and we're gonna have this in the background. I'm going to be covering some plot points from the movie, and that's actually the reason why I went with Ultimate Spider-Man in the first place. It's because Ultimate Spider-Man is the story of a young Peter Parker as he's learning, how to get into the big leagues, and he already has his footing too, which is really hilarious that they have so much in common, and yet, this one has a little bit more of a comic flair. Not to say that Spider-Man Homecoming didn't, but we're gonna get into that in a second. Let me see. Is everything okay? It looks like the mic's fine. Looks like the game is showing properly, and that's pretty much it. It's because the comments section isn't here yet. They usually come in later. But, that stuff happens. Apologies for no music, by the way, because we're gonna get right into this. We're not gonna spend much time just on the, as I would like to call, opening part of the stream. But I wanted to bring up Spider-Man Homecoming in this stream. That's why I call it Community Talk. So that's what we're mainly going to be talking about. Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man's kind of a backdrop to that. And starting off, I know that a lot of people have a problem with the plot. because there's a giant plot hole towards the beginning of the movie. And this, speaking of which, is going to be a spoiler stream. Spoilers for everybody that's going to be in here. And I actually should probably put that in the title, because I forgot to do that. Oh no. That might be bad. Let me do that real quick, actually. Before we do anything, let me put spoilers in the title of the video, because people are going to be coming in here thinking Spider-Man and probably haven't not watched the movie because it's only been out this weekend. But I thought that was enough time for some people to have gotten to go see it, and hopefully for us to have a pretty good talk about it. Because I think that they started letting people view it since like Wednesday, maybe Thursday, and it's been almost a week at this point. So yeah, hold on. Maybe that wasn't a good idea. No. Yeah, that definitely wasn't a good idea. If I had clicked on that video, it probably been a lot of noise. But anyway, yeah. We're going to get into it real quick. I'm sorry, guys. I'm taking longer than I thought it would. I need to do this because I don't want people coming in here and getting their faces spoiled off by some spoilers for Spider-Man Homecoming. If they don't, we're going to get into it, but I wanted people to know that they're getting what they're getting into, I think that'd be a little bit insightful for the people like coming into the stream. So let me edit the stream real quick so that everything is peachy. And okay, sorry. No workings of Grey Dog. We're not a super well-known channel, and that's okay, because we have stuff like this happen sometimes. And we're good there, right? Yep. Okay, so on Google Chrome. Probably should have used Mozilla or whatever. No, that's not working. And that's what's lagging the stream, really. The Google Chrome takes up so much memory. It's like insane how much memory it takes. Bad time to stream, Pickleman? Oh man, I'm sorry. Oh, okay, so yeah, as long as that's going on, I'm gonna have this opened to the main plot, and I'm gonna have this open to, oh my goodness, yeah, the Amazon Prime day deals. Those are tomorrow, actually. It's the 11th, right? And in some places, I think that it's gonna be starting as soon as tonight. But I'm pretty much broke, so Amazon Prime Day, not gonna be a great day for me. We're going to be doing some Ultimate Spider-Man while talking about Spider-Man Homecoming, but that's not until people get here and they want to talk about it. Pickleman, if you've seen it, then you might want to get into the Discord. If you don't, that's fine. Stay in the chat. I'm gonna be looking at it every once in a while. Only reason that I haven't done so yet is because I'm trying to update the stream. I want to talk about spoilers, but like you can't talk about spoilers anymore in this day and age without telling people. So that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna update the stream's title. Have a nice sleazy little thumbnail right there, but right now just doing that. Okay, so come on, man, live stream. I want to go into my live stream, and it's probably gonna load that up. Please load. Come on, I don't want to take this long. It started at 9 p.m. really? Eastern Standard Time, which would be like 8 o'clock. Yeah, I'm not too worried. What I am worried about is this thing. Come on. Seriously, I can't get into the basic info of the stream without having to wait for like so long. Okay, spoilers. Spoilers. There. Oh my god. Why did you have to be like that? Okay. Can I save? Wow, you can even play ads from here, huh? That's neat. Okay, but yeah, now that we put the spoiler tag in, we're good to go. Why is it in studio mode now? Oh my god, all the stuff that can eat up your RAM is in here. But no, we're good now. We're good. Let's play. Let's play. Let's do some stuff. Alright. So now that we got all that going, maybe I could just turn down the game a little bit. Like a little bit, because it is a bit loud on my side. I don't know about you guys. There we go. That sounds better. Okay, so I can actually hear my own thoughts. Not that I couldn't before. Obviously, you can always hear those, but whatever. Let's see. Load save game. Oh, is that the only one that's loaded? Alright. Let's load a new game then. New game, guys. Let's load. Let's see. We're gonna name this one. I know exactly what we're gonna name this one. You guys might know this from the meme, but let me introduce you to Spiderman. Spiderman does whatever a Spiderman can. Oh, by the way, for some reason, Windows 10 messes with the cutscenes, so you're gonna see a lot of weird graphical glitches, especially in the first scene. But after this, it's pretty much fine until we get to Silver Sable.
I reunited with my childhood friend Eddie Brock.
Oh yeah, no, this gives me like pretty good homecoming vibes, especially since he's so young. And that's what I like about this game, really. Okay, I guess we should start talking about it because people have been tuned into the video for quite a while and we haven't talked about anything really. Starting off with how this relates to the Spider-Man movies, like this is in between all of the graphical glitches you're seeing right now. There is a lot of Amazing Spider-Man in it. And Amazing Spider-Man wasn't that great. It was based off the Ultimate Spider-Man, but it was done poorly, like really, really poorly. To the point where I'm like, oh god, why did this guy even think that it was a good idea to do this? Is it really that bad?
I felt good.
Because, okay, let me think. So, it's actually running really well on my computer, except for all the graphical glitches, which for some reason are still around. But on my my phone, it looks really laggy. Let me see if I can't fix that real quick. Let's see. Ah, shoot! Ultimate Spider-Man stopped working. That's what happens when you pause in the middle of a game. It's okay. That happens from time to time. And if I move too much, I might mess something up. So where it wasn't supposed to be stopped, which is the cutscene. Don't stop during cutscenes, guys. That's the one thing that this game has taught me. That apparently you just cannot do. I stopped during cutscenes in multiple games. I never really stopped to this extent. Okay. Close program. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with that. Weird. I have only the essentials open right now. And I had like a bunch of drop frames. So what I'm going to end up doing, I guess, is lowering bit quality. Show recording, no, settings, there we go. So we're going to lower the bit rate there. Video. We're going to see, buffer rate, bit rate. Okay. Lower down a bit. We're not even doing something that strenuous. It's like Ultimate Spider-Man was a 2005 game. What the heck are you complaining about, PC? What are you complaining about, buddy? Shouldn't be complaining about much of anything right now. But apparently you are. So let's see if that helps. Let's see if that helps. I think it'll help. Spiderman does whatever Spiderman can. Now, of course, it's gonna be running a lot smoother without that hogging on my PC. But like, still, that seems kind of bad. I'm gonna go ahead and say that that was just a one-time thing, and that hopefully we can go a little bit better this time. Let's see. Yeah, hold on. Let's do this instead. So I had it at 1280p 720p. Maybe that was too much of a strain. I'm not really sure, honestly, what was going on with it. Why it was going like that. But this isn't meant to be an SD game, so maybe we can get away with just turning that down. That's what it was before. This is where it should be, like, I guess. Yeah, okay, we'll go with that. Okay, we're gonna come back to it, and we're gonna be there. Okay, so it should be running a lot better now. Now that we got all of that done with, it should be like the bee's knees when it comes to recording standards. Now, let's return to Spiderman. Let us return to the Spiderman. Okay, let's see. I think it's on new game. Because we didn't even save, man. We didn't even save. We didn't get to that point. We were just not cool for school. Gotta go all the way around, though. Spooder. Alright, we'll get there.
This is how it all began.
Oh.
Which, of course,
It looks fine. Alright. Man, I didn't think this game would give us this much trouble, because it's a 2005 game. Like, come on, guys. I don't think it's showing anymore. Uh-oh. Is it not showing on stream? Let's go to Task Manager. Figure this out. Don't worry, guys. We'll have our Spider-Man Homecoming night if it kills me. Does it have a lot of static on it? Whoops. Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. The static problem is gonna go away if I just move very, very slowly. Hopefully it will, at least. Alright, so yeah, we're good on that, I think, for now. All that's left is just to kick this guy's butt. Let's do that. So, this is an old school 2005 Spider-Man 2 styled game. It should be pretty awesome because it runs on the same engine as Spider-Man 2, just different coat of paint, you know? You know how it is. But let's just make sure that this is running correctly, because it looks like it is. It's just that it's smaller now, which is weird. There we go. That's better. Let's make it fit. There you go. Is that far behind this one? Yeah, it looks good now. Looks good. Alright. So. Oh, yeah, it looks a lot better on stream now. Okay, so now that we can quit worrying about this game, because I actually know how to play this game, but apparently the game just doesn't know how to play nice. So that's a nice thing to know, figure out right now. Anyway, let's get Eddie off campus real quick. Midtown High, in fact. So they got that straight from the comics. Oh my goodness. I can't even begin to explain how awesome Spider-Man Homecoming was, because it had so much life in it, and that's something that we've been kind of lacking out of movies from the big publishers of comics this year. I mean, like last year was Doctor Strange, and that was okay, but Civil War, Batman v Superman, all that kind of stuff, we were missing a lighthearted tone, and this was definitely that lighthearted tone for those people that wanted it. So that's pretty awesome. And I've heard that there's gonna be a Venom movie in the works, which let's see how that goes, right guys? Because we all know how good the last one went. Speaking of Venom, let's get this guy to kill himself real quick. It's really easy, honestly. You just make him run into that puddle of water that's being electrocuted right there. But sometimes he just doesn't want to cooperate with you. It's like, what the heck, man? I'm just trying to kill you, that's all. Simple act of murder. Simple act of murder, come on. He's being a butt right now. He walked through it! Dude, not even cool. Yeah, look, he walked through it again. Come on, I want you to do it. No, never mind, I guess I just killed him the regular way. Ah, that sucks. Anyway, so apart from that, Tom Holland's performance as Peter Parker, Spider-Man, was pretty great. I know that a lot of people expected a lot from him from his time as Spider-Man and Spider-Man Home, Civil War, but it was through the roof, man. He really does both characters justice, Peter Parker and Spider-Man. And the way that he has his accent, spot on. Everything like that has been great. Oh boy, but a lot of people are gonna complain about Michelle Jones, aka MJ. Nope, not a redhead. Not a redhead, but the most important part is that she doesn't really have a chemistry with the main character at all, Spider-Man, Peter Parker. Like, she just seems to be her own person, and that's fine, right? But she doesn't bounce off Peter Parker at all. In fact, he kind of just doesn't like her. She's kind of just annoying to him. At least from what I've seen in the movie, they don't have any chemistry at all. So I'm gonna see how that pans out. I'm gonna give him the chance with Homecoming 2, and hopefully that works out. But from what I've heard, it's gonna be like a few minutes after Avengers 4. So how do you even make a movie after such a big event? Unless like, but Spider-Man just has a really small part in the Avengers movies, and he doesn't really do much. Other than that, I can't really think of anything.
Web zipping is great for low buildings like these.
Oh, cool. We actually get to show off the web zip. All right, there. And Yeah, the web swinging in this
These
game
buildings
is
are
great.
tall enough to web swing
Oh,
off of
anyway,
pretty easily.
but a lot of people haven't been talking about Ned Leeds as much as I think they really probably should, because
Swinging would be a lot
I just
faster.
did not like the character of Ned Leeds at all. He seemed to be really annoying. Like, I know he was fanboying out over his best friend being Spider-Man and all, but like, could you just make it a little bit less annoying, please? Because he was just rambling on and on. He announced his identity to multiple people, and he was more of a hindrance than a help until the very, very final part of the movie. Oh my goodness, I did not like his character. I hope that he gets a little bit better in the next coming movies, because, you know, you tend to settle down when, after a while, when you know that your best friend's a superhero, I guess.
You done with my butt?
Just like anything. But when he was helpful, he was really helpful. He was the tech whiz and all that stuff. So I can see him being important, but nah, I kind of feel like his introduction just wasn't the best for that character. And if you guys are looking at the frame rate, this game just seems to chug every once in a while. That's not even like that much on the PC itself. Like, I don't blame the PC for that, because this is a 2005 game. My specs are more than enough to play it, even when streaming, I think. It's just the game itself that seems to do that. I don't know why. I don't really know why at all.
I'll only use my webs.
Oh yeah, this guy right here, the Shocker, reminds me of the Shocker from the movie Spider-Man: Homecoming. Not the same Shocker. He's supposed to be more like the original 616, but this guy uses one that's similar to it. He's so over the top though. It's hilarious.
Good old predictable Herman. See you around, pal.
Good old predictable Herman.
Please no, I got kids.
I got a dog. You've got a dog. That's a Homer.
Anyway, let's see.
I envy you.
Other than that, we were going through the Shocker. I did not really like the first Shocker. The second Shocker was better. I liked him. I cannot believe though that they had the cojones to do two Shockers in one movie. And then, you know, they actually made a joke out of killing the first one. He's like, "Oh, did not mean to do that, but okay, we're going through with that now." And it just made the Vulture seem like a better villain after all.
Get away from me, you freak.
Man, these girls have no respect for the Spider-Man. It's actually another thing this game has in touch with the movies. Oh, shoot, I did not know you could do that to more than one people. Oh. Like, until very recently, I didn't even know you could hang people from light poles in this game. I never tried. Or, you know, like the grab function. I believe the grab function does something different when you use it on a webbed enemy. It's like he grabs them and then he spins them around in the air. But you guys are gonna like this, I bet. Oh, let's see. Other characters that we can talk about. The cool teacher that that Peter Parker has, that's in charge of the decathlon, academic decathlon. He was pretty witty, and I liked him for what he was. Very small character. Okay, so I'm kind of skipping over somebody big, aren't I? Yeah, Flash Thompson, and that's for a reason. I did not really like Flash Thompson. Not that you're supposed to like him. In fact, just for that, he's probably a better character than Ned Leeds, because you're not supposed to like him, and yeah, I did not like him. He was very annoying, and he didn't seem to have much, you know, strength behind him, so he was just basically using his coolness factor that he doesn't really have as a weapon, and ultimately just he ends up being kind of that character that you just see like as a loser, more than a just full-on bully that is popular or whatever.
Then I've got 2 words for you. Bring it on.
Bring it on.
Ready?
Okay, so we're doing a Flash race right now. I mean Flash. Did I just say Flash? Oh Jesus, the DC and Marvel commenters are going to annihilate me for that one. But I know there's not many people in the stream. I'm a small channel. So maybe no one heard that. I know that no one's in the chat except for maybe Pickle Man. So, you know, that's a thing. Woo. Yeah, this frame rate is kind of bad. Maybe it's my copy of the game. My game disc was scratched. It took multiple attempts to download it into my PC. Maybe that's what it is. But have you seen how much this game runs for on the physical market? Like, if you want, like, the 3 discs release for PC, it's like $200 something or whatever. It's insane, something like that. It's not cheap at all. That's why at first I was thinking maybe I should just stream the GBA version. I have the GBA version and it's not that bad. In fact, the animations on it are actually pretty slick for a GBA, you know? Very, very slick. But no, ended up going with the full console version because, you know, I like this one better. It's a little bit of an open world, and you get to see a bunch of the sites from the Marvel Universe. I mean, you get to see the sanctum of Doctor Strange. You get to see the Baxter Building, obviously, which you'll never see in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Or Fantastic Four. This was another time. Well, no, actually, Fantastic Four, the movie, just came out at this point, but they weren't acquired by Disney yet, so they weren't as bad about, you know, just not marketing characters like that they didn't own. All right, we're back. Okay, but yeah, Spider-Man: Homecoming, starting off with a plot hole. Let's see, because I've already talked like praises, heaps and praises on this thing. Let's talk about what it did wrong. Well, first off, the very beginning where they show the Vulture and his crew. There's a moment that fanboys around the internet have been talking about, where the title card posts up, and you know, you wouldn't think anything of it, except for the fact that it says that it took place 8 years ago. And now, you guys know that the Battle of New York was part of the Avengers, right? And when did the Avengers come out? It came out around 5 years ago, right? 2012, because we're in 2017. Moment that this video is happening, just right after Homecoming, right? Well, no, this title card for some odd reason said 8 years ago, and that's throwing people for a loop. It's like that throws off the entire Marvel timeline or whatever, and I don't really know, but apparently that's a thing. Anyway, but honestly, what I'm wondering is, why was the change even made in the first place? Because it was always insinuated through like all of Marvel's TV shows and all that stuff that Battle of New York happened in 2012. In fact, the same day that the movie comes out, I think. That's when they decided to make the day that the Battle of New York happen. But yeah, what is with that? I'm not even entirely sure that it was a good idea in the first place. What say you, chat? What say you? Oh, shoot, what the heck was that? Oh my god. What in the world was that? No way. Hold on. I looked at the side here, right here. I was like, is that a graphical glitch the size of the city? And then I realized, no, wait a minute, that's just really, really bad, that's a really bad way to cover up your draw distance right there. Like the city has no texture at all, but you can still see it. It kind of reminds me, you know what? It actually kind of reminds me of one of the old school Spider-Man comics, or really comics in general, where they would make like really far in the background buildings look like really, really far away by doing things like, I don't know, making them less detailed or whatever. Oh, an adoring fan. She actually said something nice about us for once. That's nice. But anyway, yeah, that's not, don't get used to that, guys. They bash you hard in this game, because it's all in J. Jonah Jameson's turf around these parts. Yeah, well, anyway. Speaking of J. Jonah Jameson, didn't see a lot of him in this movie. Although I thought that we were. Because, I'm going to be nicknaming Spider-Man Homecoming Spider-Man Mucks Up the City. Because, honestly, most of the stuff that happens was exacerbated or, like, even outright caused just by Spider-Man's interference. Like, Vulture. Destroying all that property. Like, the criminals that he was taking down, he probably could have taken them down faster if it wasn't for him, you know, stopping to think of something witty or getting into place. Like, you could have used those few seconds to actually, you know, do something productive towards the fight and not have people get injured. Like that poor guy that he shot a laser through. He didn't shoot a laser through the person, but he shot it through his store. Anyway. And stuff like that happened. That it's like, come on, Spidey. I know that you're inexperienced, and this is the way that they're showing that. But like, oh, it feels so bad to see that. And also, I just realized, most of the time, a criminal activity will happen like in the opposite direction of where you need to go, and it's just like in the movies where Spider-Man will be forced to make a decision. He's like, can I go ahead and just opt for the easy way and just go to my job and act like it never happened, or do I go out of my way to save a civilian? And that's kind of nice. Just in programming, you show what Spider-Man has to go through every day, because it's an inconvenience for him to go and stop a crime if he needs to do something else, like, I don't know, go to the Daily Bugle. But he does it anyway. Speaking of which, I'm seriously hoping that Spider-Man Homecoming 2 will have a little bit of J. Jonah Jameson. And I know that newspapers are an old fad nowadays, but maybe make it an internet news company that does fake news. That's pretty topical, right, guys? Or something like along the lines of a CNN or Fox, where they're a TV news network. You can do that too.
I don't even know how I'm still alive.
Back onto the topic of Homecoming 1, though. I really did like how they did the relationship between Spider-Man and his suit. Most of the time, Spider-Man's suit is just a bunch of spandex, and it would be very different if it was made of latex, let me tell you that. But anyway, yeah, it's usually just spandex or like cloth. And that's cool, but having it be designed specifically by Tony Stark, that's a lot better. That's a big upgrade, my friend. Oh, speaking of Spider-Man, you're a little Spider-Man fan. We're gonna be not doing nice things to him, though. Must be fed. And as you can see, we're gonna be feeding it. Pretty yummy kid, gotta tell you. Hey. Let's grab the balloon, too, while we're at it. I believe... Oh, shoot. Dude, can I grab it? No. Come on, let's grab. How do you grab it in this game? I forgot. Is it this one? Oh, yeah, it's this one. No! It barely escaped our grasp. Oh, and yeah, you can wall crawl as Venom, too. Just like that. Kind of sucks, though, because you're damaging the building. Even his wall crawling is evil. But yeah, okay, so let me think. Other than that, speaking of evil villains, because we are in the evil villains major lair right now, we're talking about the Vulture. Now, the Vulture by Michael Keaton, I was interested in it. You know, an older actor, very much so. That is Michael Keaton. Fits him to a T. But he's never done all-out villain before, and that was kind of interesting for me. I was thinking maybe he can't do it. I don't know. Maybe he's just, you know, not really built for the part. But honestly, he pulled it through. He was evil, and he showed off his might in multiple occasions. Like, if it wasn't for Iron Man, he'd probably be dead in the first act. As for his motivation, you know,
Nice mess.
I can kind of get the whole blue collar versus white collar thing, where he feels like he's being gypped out by the man, But that's not the way I would personally deal with frustrations like that. I think that, you know, if I was in his shoes, I would have used all the weapons and basically shown the potential of your group to make technology. But then again, that means that they would only recruit like the technology guy, not him. So I guess he would be out of a job either way. Only other thing I could think of is just to start doing some heroic acts, but you know, with the government being all iffy about superheroes already because of all that stuff from Avengers 2, maybe not a good idea. Maybe this was basically the best way it could go for him. And again, Spider-Man became a big deal, and that was after Avengers 2, so maybe you could do it. You never know, man. You never know. You could always turn over and you leave. You already kind of did, honestly. If you watched the end of the movie, again, here's a spoiler tag right here. Spoiler tag for you guys. He does not disclose Spider-Man's secret identity, or even though he very much knows it already. He has an honor kind of code to him, where he will not kill somebody that he sees as like a good person or somebody that's done him a favor in the past. And technically, by not killing him, Spider-Man has technically done him a favor. So that's the reasoning I think he has for not killing Spider-Man. Unlike Wolverine, which is just absolutely ecstatic about decimating us right now. Although I don't think we'll give him the satisfaction right now. Let's throw him through the wall instead. Yeah, let's do that. All right. Wait, how did we go from a bar to like a karate place? Is this really the right place to have an establishment like this? I don't think so. Well, anyway, we're about to kill this guy anyway. Usually it takes me two tries, but yeah, no, today it went pretty well. All claws, my friend, all claws. Wow, okay. I'm listening to myself on playback so I can make sure that I'm okay when it comes to static, because people were complaining about static earlier, and I don't want that to be a thing. Anyway, so yeah, I really respect the Vulture in this movie. They made him a pretty good villain, honestly. And in the comics, he's always come off as kind of cheesy because you know, he's a flying man in a bird costume, and not even like a awesome bird costume like an eagle. He's that withered old guy that it seems like if you throw a stick in his direction, he's going to bust something. Maybe a pelvis, maybe a thigh bone or something like that. I don't know. All I know is that wasn't very intimidating until now. Until now. And it also makes me really interested in what they're gonna do for the next no, don't retry that race. For the next villain, because they've already announced that whichever villain they're using for next Homecoming 2, it's gonna be something that hasn't come out in the movies as of yet. And there's a lot of contenders. If you haven't seen Spider-Man Homecoming already, which of course spoilers are coming right now. So they already established that Matt Gargan's a character, and that he is a villain already that wants to slice Spider-Man if he gets the chance. So definitely likely contender for Homecoming 2, that's for sure. They might go all out and just do Sinister Six because of the amount of villains they have. Like, they have Matt Gargan, of course. They have Vulture already. It looks like, and I don't know why more people haven't been talking about this. There was a Asian man looking to pick up some of those deadly alien weapons, and when I thought Asian man, I immediately thought Mr. Negative, because he has been appearing a bit in media, and you might know this from a small little game. You know, it's a small little game called Spider-Man PS4. What the heck happened there with my webs? I webbed him and automatically webbed him too? What? Oh, whatever. I won't question it. But yeah, so I think that Asian man might have been Mr. Negative, or his alias, honestly. because it was oddly distinctive. Because he had a nice suit and everything, and he was in a odd place for businessman to be. So, you know, it's my headcanon right now that he is Mr. Negative, and having him as the antagonist for Homecoming 2 could bring up a bunch of possibilities, because he can make you do whatever he wants you to do, kind of like Purple Man, not Purple Man, the villain from Jessica Jones, which I do not remember at the moment. It's very similar to that, and I honestly think that's awesome. But I don't know how they would really do it on the big screen, because you can't have, I mean, you can have your hero do some evil things, but then you run the risk of becoming Spider-Man 3. And we all know how Spider-Man 3 turned out. Oh well. Okay, so I seem to say that a lot, but don't worry, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna consciously just make myself stop doing that. Alright. Now just kill him a little bit more. There you go. And got him too. Very nice. Yeah, for action scenes like this, the camera is nice and smooth for like 2005. But when you're swinging around the city, yeah, frame rate kind of dips. Oh, maximum health increase, nice. That's gonna be nice for any boss encounters. Cough, cough. That we might be having in the future, in very, very near future. Anyway, okay. I think we got this, right, Spidey? Oh my goodness. In the movie, there's multiple sequences where Spider-Man just fails at web swinging, like fails real bad. And you guys know what I'm talking about. There's of course the scene where he drops he accidentally drops the treehouse, and of course ruins the little girl's outdoor party that she's having with her friend, which, by the way, who lets a little kid like that young stay out late even if it's in their backyard? Like, I've never even been able to do a camp out without adult supervision before when I was little, and I don't think I would let my sisters do that kind of stuff, that's for sure. So I don't know what kind of parenting those guys were having. You don't never know what's outside. They could find a snake or something and not know what it is. Although maybe they were a little bit old to be, you know, that bad, but still, you know, you never know what's gonna happen. Gold medal, nice. I don't want to retry that race. Don't do it. No, just exit out. Exit out. Okay, we're gonna exit that mission. Okay, cool. No, don't want to try that again. We got a gold in here. We're pretty good for now. Okay, but yeah, other than that, let's think about something. Okay. Who else did they establish for a villain? They already established the Prowler for a villain, that's for sure. Because he got a few scenes to himself. The first scene with him looking for guns, not wanting the guns that they were selling, because, you know, that's some dangerous stuff. Is this a gang war? Are they killing themselves? Oh, that's awesome. For me. Not really for them, but for me, definitely. But, yeah. So, in that, they established the Prowler, and I didn't pick him for a comedic villain, that's for sure. But, hey, they pull it off. That's the MCU for you. They make wisecracks like all day, every day. And I don't fault them for that. It gives them their own tone. Okay. Let me give me my comic book page real quick, and then we'll get back onto things. Let's see. Woo. So, honestly, all in all, what I'd say so far about my opinion is that I like the main storyline. I liked it a lot, honestly. But there's some characters that just rub me the wrong way, you know? Like, say, you know, Ned Leeds, Flash Thompson, which, granted, he's supposed to give you that feel. But, like, Michelle also, I didn't really like. Liz Allen was pretty fun, though. I mean, she seemed to be pretty pretty tight for the main protagonist's love interest, right? She seemed pretty fun. But she was really restricted to screen time to the point where I'm like, oh, they're not going to have another scene with her, I guess. And it makes Peter, and because of everything that's happening in the life of Spider-Man, Peter kind of comes off like a jerk to his girlfriend, even though we know that he has the best of intentions. As for Spider-Man imagery, oh my god, is there Spider-Man imagery? There are multiple like scenes that I'm like, wow, that was ripped straight out of a comic. Specifically, a lot of stuff with the final encounter with the Vulture in his lair, which were pretty awesome, including the half mask, half Peter Parker, which they use a lot in the comics to just like show either spider sense or like Peter Parker reacting to something in shock or whatever, no, or like just basically to show off that their duality. Like some people have been saying that. I can see that. I can see that. Okay, where are we going? We're going to the. Okay, we're going over here. Drop him. Cool. Who could be doing all of this? I wonder who's doing this. I'm kidding. I know exactly who it is.
I need to get that TV off that poor guy.
Oh man, goodness, he's getting crushed and robbed? That's a bad day, man. That's a bad day. This wasn't Spider-Man's fault, by the way. This is not Spider-Man Homecoming.
Oh, great. Now you're going to steal my stuff.
Honestly,
Well, actually, I was saving your life.
honestly, if you get bashed by the person you're trying to save, maybe you should steal like, maybe he should steal like one of those TVs, because he's like, I'm just trying to help you.
I would so rather be at school.
Oh shit, what the heck? Where'd that car come from, and why is it burning?
Whatever it is, I'm heading towards.
Hurry up before the cops get here.
What?
All right. Oh hey, it's the same goons that were stealing the microwave. I never noticed that.
Warm and fuzzy.
Or not the microwave, the TV. It just looks like a microwave, I guess. I'm not used to those types of TVs anymore. That's one of those old school TVs. Now we have the flat screen TVs with the HD, LCD, maybe plasma if you're lucky or whatever.
My body doesn't like what it's hearing.
But
That car.
yeah. And if you guys have seen the ending to the Homecoming movie, you'd know about the super special twist, which is that Aunt May is in the know when it comes to Spider-Man, which is a first. Like, honestly, I did not expect that at all.
Well,
That was the best part of the movie, honestly, because this means that he doesn't really have one of those cheap cop-outs that make it so that he has to stop being Spider-Man for a little while.
run.
Because they did pull that a few times in the Ultimate Spider-Man comics. Because, you know, he's a kid, right? And how are you gonna get past your aunt so many times without her knowing? Because in this one, she's not an old woman. She's in her prime, and she's going to notice when you're gone.
Horn, you just have to be to see.
Ah, that is a nice looking rhino.
Finish my lame joke.
Not sexually, but like, I mean, like as artistically. Wham! Oh, that's the Looney Tunes right there. Still hurts though.
Don't worry. Nothing's broken. Except my spine. Ribs.
This has always been my favorite part of the game right here. But anyway, aside from that, let's see. What are you doing, buddy? I already caught up to him. Web Zip is actually kind of OP in here. Web Zip's really good for speed, like even better than Web Swing.
Oh no, he's about to fall.
Although back in the day, I wasn't very keen on using it. Yeah, I'm gonna use Web Swing because that's the awesome one that Spider-Man always
How about
uses.
a guy dressed up like a teddy bear who gives hugs? How about that, huh? Just once.
Well, okay, hold on. Let me get this comic panel real quick, and we'll go back to Spider-Man Homecoming after that. And people were honestly afraid that Iron Man was going to take up most of the screen time, but in fact, he didn't. he actually appeared more. He did in the final movie. Now that I'm thinking about it, there was this cutscene where Spider-Man and Iron Man are flying through the city, or like web swinging through the city, and that never actually happens. In fact, I don't really know where it could have happened, because there's no real point where both Iron Man and Spider-Man are together, other than the points where they save him. So I'm wondering where exactly that came from. How much did they edit out of that movie? No, don't do that. Don't do that. I don't want you doing that. Okay, stopping. So he's gonna get mad at us, and he's gonna come over here and try to kill us. And we're gonna try to stop him. Nope. I think that this is actually how the Rhino went down in Spider-Man 2 as well. I'm not sure about that, but it might have been something similar, because this seems awfully familiar. Oh, anyway, back to Homecoming. So, with that in mind, how does it tie into the MCU? Well, it doesn't really tie into it all that much, other than, of course, just starting off where Civil War II like kind of ended. But you never really figure out more about characters like Captain America, or anybody that ran away in that movie. They all seem to still be on the run, and you're not gonna figure anything out about those guys until probably Avengers, Infinity War, because I think that's the next one that's coming up after Homecoming. Anyway, so yeah, no, that's pretty much all I have to say about that. Captain America does show up a few times, but it's in scenes from the past, like not flashbacks per se. It's just those clips that they show of him on at the school, and that was like just slightly after Avengers 1, before he became a criminal. And yeah, honestly, they troll the audience with the final credit scene, so don't even bother going and waiting for that, because you're gonna be massively disappointed. It's just Captain America against a white screen. I guess he was taping one of those videos or something like that, and he just talks about patience and how he basically just tells you wasted your time. That's what he's telling you. Hilarious, and I know a lot of people have been talking about it so far. But yeah, no, definitely did like that quite a bit. Maybe I shouldn't have done this during the Amazon Prime thing. I forgot about that completely. Oh shoot, I got crushed. I got crushed like a little bit, I think. I'm actually not sure if I even took damage from that. I think I already had 2 bars of health depleted. Uh-oh. So yeah, and now that we've done enough damage to Rhino, he's gonna start beefing up his attacks. He's gonna do that 1-2 punch thing. Gonna do a lot of this, whatever this is, just the Hulk smash. And then he's gonna end up doing that thing that makes it so that all the sparks in his back just go away. After that, just good button mash away from just destroying his suit's little hole there. What is he doing in there? He's just punching wires. I don't see how that's affecting him all that much. Maybe he's just ripping them out. You know what? If they ever made a remaster of this game, which they really should, honestly, because Ultimate Spider-Man is probably one of the best games out there. Plus, it's not tied to a movie license, so it wouldn't feel outdated. Just tighten up some of the controls, make the graphics look better, especially make the draw distance a lot better, and you're gonna win over a lot of people like that, because this is just fantastic. It's just playing exactly like Spider-Man 2. So as long as it just they don't touch it, maybe add a little bit more content to it, because it's about a pretty, I would say, medium sized to short game. It's not all that short. It's not like an indie title or whatever. Oh my god, that was close. We barely made that one. But the Rhino is defeated. Boom. Jackalaka. Who even says that anymore?
Trask.
No, I don't.
Trask. Why does that name seem so familiar?
Okay, so this is actually one thing that Homecoming has on that's gonna make the rest of the Marvel movies change a bit. They sold Avengers Tower in this movie, and that's part of the reason why the third act happens. So, who did they sell it to? Some people have been saying that it's Oscorp Industries, but if they're going to be trying to get away from Amazing Spider-Man and the original Spider-Man movies, maybe it'll be Trask Industries. They're another one of those big companies that Spider-Man really just does not like. Or hey, maybe it could be Alchemex. Alchemex is also based in New York City. I know they're a bit of a Spider-Man 2099 villain, but you could still, you know, spin them to be more of a modern day villain, because I know that they're a thing in the comics right now. So either one of those could still be a main villain. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of plot threads that could lead into other things, but for a standalone movie, it does stand alone. And that's something that you can't say about a lot of the recent Marvel movies, like, bless me, but Civil War. Civil War was not a standalone movie. People called it Avengers, like, what, 2.5? And that's an accurate title. Because for as much as it focuses on Cap, it also, there's just as much of a spotlight placed on the other characters, like, you know, Vision, right? Especially Vision, yeah. And the Scarlet Witch. So I would say that this is probably the best they've done at just making a one character movie in a while. Because what happened before that? Doctor Strange, right? But Doctor Strange was in a league all its own, and it had to be, because obviously that's a really, really weird franchise. There's not a lot you can do to combine that with another hero, but Winter Soldier was a 3-hero thing. Oh, I have a handbasket now, or whatever. Here you go. Give this to them. Not a handbasket. It's a briefcase. Alright. Anyway, so yeah, and I think that other than Civil War. Oh wait, what were the Phase 3 movies? I don't even remember anymore. Phase 3 movies. Ant-Man, I think. So Ant-Man was Phase 3. And they had a lot of the Falcon. Falcon was one of the main obstacles in that movie. Not really antagonist, but obstacle, because the entire Avengers facility was a main location in that. So again, not that much of a standalone thing. Although I heard Edgar Wright didn't mean for it to be that way. Like, he actually did want it to be a standalone thing. Whoa, what was that? I saw that. I saw this circle of light in the air before I saw the car. Let's go for him first. Uh-oh. We got an angry driver around here. Oh my god, they still haven't fixed that. Oh, he's gonna call his mama. Uh-oh. I wasn't even a criminal. That was just an angry driver, apparently. Look at all the destruction you caused. I'm kidding. This isn't you. This isn't you. I know. Still. I guess this is just like right after Rhino, so they didn't have enough time to clean it up. But hey, maybe damage control could be a little bit faster at their job next time. What do you think about that, huh? Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. Anyway. Okay. But I think that this will be the last mission we do for right now, and then we'll call it a wrap. I didn't want to make this a really, really long stream. I just something to talk with you guys about the Homecoming movie, and I think we've talked about most of it at this point. And I'm going to I'm gonna see if I can find any more of those Amazon Prime deals. Probably won't find anything Nintendo Switch related at this point, because it's been a while, and well, just in general, finding things for the Nintendo Switch has been really hard. Nothing's been in stock, and when they are in stock, they're in the just the gray colors, which don't get me wrong, gray is pretty awesome, but I want to know that the Joy-Cons that I get are not the original Joy-Cons, because the original Joy-Cons had the left controller pairing issue, and to a point the new ones still have it too. It's not like they've gotten rid of it completely, but they've gotten a lot better since the originals. I've heard that they can actually, you know, go for multiple feet from the Switch without having any controller issues. And I'm like, at first I didn't think it would be that big of a deal, but then while I was playing Breath of the Wild one day, I just happened to get a controller disconnect and I fell off a cliff. And you know what? I wasn't a big fan of that. No, not really. I know, you're shocked probably, right? Yeah, but that didn't rub me the right way. That's for sure. Whoa. Glitching a little bit, but we got here. Hold on. I believe that this is just Venom's version of a combat trip, or combat whatever. Basically, he's gonna be fighting a lot. So we're gonna have time where I don't really have to think. Just do. Oh my goodness. The Washington trip was pretty funny for Peter, although, you know, you kind of feel bad for him because he does not do literally anything that he set out to do there. He didn't stop Vulture. In fact, he got stuck in cold storage for a little while, and he didn't end up going to the decathlon. And his So that's the thing. Not entirely his fault in that occasion, I will say, because the main character's love interest in that kind of has a bit of the blame in that he. They have yet to watch it, and you know, that led to a few people not wanting to join in. Maybe I should wait until a little bit longer, make a sequel stream to this, and that might be what we might end up doing. I don't know. You know, you guys have to let me know. In fact, let me know in the comments if you guys want me to do a sequel stream. I'll have Discord open for you guys, and you guys can get on stream and talk about what you guys think about the Spider-Man Homecoming stream, because that's what I really wanted out of this. This has just been the me show so far, and I wanted to bounce off people, you know, and have a good time. But I guess we'll reserve that for some other time, because it seems like this is just not going to work out. Still, I've had fun, and Spider-Man Homecoming has been a great movie. Ultimate Spider-Man has been a great game, and talking about the two of them, you know, pushed together, has been awesome. Although, maybe next time we'll be a little bit more prepared for the sudden frame droppage that we had earlier in the stream. At least I fixed it early. Hey, you can't blame me. Anyway, yeah, that's gonna be it for today, and stay cool, you guys.